Hey guys, it is me, Kisame Unlimited, and I'm here this Sunday to do a Toot and Boot for you guys. The Toot and Boot segment is where I discuss two cards that are new, that have just been released, and I tackle if they're good or bad, hence Toot being good, Boot being bad. Don't forget, if you would like to see this next week, like the video. It's greatly appreciated. It's the only segment that I do every week, so I would love to see it continue doing it well, so please like the video and take that little moment out of your day, because I would hate to cut the segment because I love doing it each week. So please like it. Alright, so Aromaseraphy Rosemary. She's a plant synchro, level 5, 2,000 attack. The defense points are unknown because some person had to cover it up with their thumb. And then it takes one tuner, one or more non-tuner monsters, and its effect is continuous trigger effect. Its effect is this: while your life points is higher than your opponent's, plant-type monsters you control gain 500 attack and defense. Once per turn, if you gain life points, target one face-up card your opponent controls and negate its effects until the end phase of this turn. In my opinion, now we know what they're doing with the archetype. I was saying, like, I don't know if they're going to just make one big-ass synchro girl for them and just call it a day. But since they made Aromaseraphy Rosemary, and since the archetype has been cut into 3 different categories, there's the aromas, aromages, and aromaseraphies. So now at that point, you know that the aromaseraphy is going to be another branch. They're not just gonna have Aromaseraphy Rosemary, here you go, that's it. We're going to see Aromaseraphy Kanunga, we're going to see Aromaseraphy Jasmine, we're going to see Aromaseraphy Bergamot, we're going to see all of them most likely. And they still never made a level 5 Aromage. They haven't made a level 5 Aromage Dark Monster. That was the only thing that Aromages didn't have yet. So I could see them all having just a bumped up synchro version of themselves. I'm a little disappointed in what Rosemary's turned out to be. Rosemary was probably the one you'd probably have on your field the most, and she's like an 18 beat stick. Kananga is kind of shitty. Jasmine's good, and Bergamot's kind of, it's level 6. It's not the easiest thing to get on the field. Rosemary was an 18 beat stick level 4, and it wasn't that hard to get her on the field. So it's a shame that Rosemary didn't turn out to be better, because in my opinion, just having more life points than your opponent, having a 500 attack point boost, that's just decent. In the end, you're becoming a 2,500 beat stick, and that's okay. I mean, her defense could be 2,500, so she could have a 3,000 fat ass. So that'd be good for her, but I can't judge her defense. So I'm going to just say that, I'll just say 2,000 attack, 2,000 defense. That's fair, and it's even for both sides. But her main effect, like gain life points to negate a card on the field, that's not very impressive for me. You see, for me, a level 5 synchro, because now if I have the choice of a level 5 synchro, thanks to Angelica, I'm going to be like, I could go for Armadeus. I could go for Catastor. I could go for TG Hyper Librarian. I mean, I have more options now. And personally, I think the best 5 to go for is Armadeus. And Armadeus and Catastor are just, in my opinion, better, because Catastor could run over anything, most likely, as long as it's not dark. And as for, TG Hyper Librarian, if you know you could pull off another synchro, at least you get a +1 mechanic going for you. And Armadeus could slam into monsters like Utopia Lightning without dealing with the repercussions. I mean, she's just okay. She's decent. But in my opinion, I'm going to give her a boot. I'm going to boot her because I think for an idea and an amazing concept that they gave to the Aromage archetype, it's unused potential. She could have been so much better than what she was. And a good example is, I would have kept her effect the same, like, gain 500, but I would have had her effect like, if you gain life points, maybe destroy 2 cards on my opponent's side of the field. Maybe shuffle 1 card in my opponent's hand back to the deck. There are so many styles of hurting your opponent that would have been better. Like her effect, I probably would have been like, gain life points, search out a field spell. You get Garden. Search out a trap card with a Romage in its name. You get Moist Wind. It's like she needed something that gave her consistency, because all of the Aromages lack the properties of a good deck. Draw power, consistency, spamming capabilities, destruction. It's like the only thing the deck really has going for itself that's really good is Moist Wind and Jasmine. because they're the only ones that actually like give you something. I don't even want to count dry wind because dry wind's but moist wind's like, oh, here's like your drawing capabilities, but yet again you can't do it unless you have less life points than your opponent to gain life points. But the searching capability is great, and Jasmine's plussing off effect of draw power during your opponent's turn and your own is very good. But Rosemary is very lackluster in my opinion. So boo. Now we have a new Kuriboh again. We always get one like once a year. Alright, so this is Reborn Kuriboh. And its effect is, overall it's a light fiend. It's level 1, 300 attack, 200 defense, pretty standard. At the end of the battle phase, you could discard this card, then target one monster in your graveyard that was destroyed by battle and sent there this turn. Special summon it. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target any number of Kuriboh monsters in your graveyard and special summon them. Okay, now we all could agree hands down that the best Kuriboh that Konami has ever given to us has been Curry Bandit. Curry Bandit has been the best Kuriboh by far since they've been promoting them. Now, as for Reborn Kuriboh, but I don't know if any of you guys knew, but when I used to go to school, when I was in elementary school, very young, this is like fucking 16 years ago, we used to get these things called Weepos, and they were like these little cotton balls with like these little plastic eyes, and they had sticker feet with like little antennas sticking out. That's exactly what he reminds me of here, but I think he looks so cute. I like how his top half is the pharaoh. I think that's cute as well. Personally, I like the effect that he has an effect like Time Machine. Time Machine was like, oh, bring back a card that was destroyed this turn. However, Time Machine is shitty, but he is a hand trap. So if you're looking to protect a card and keep him on the field, that's like the necessary engine of a deck, Reborn Kuriboh isn't terrible. It's alright. Now, the ability to special summon as many Kuribohs as you want from your graveyard is handy in a Kuriboh-based deck. However, we all know that a Kuriboh-based deck cannot keep up and is not very handy. But the whole effect of discarding him to special summon a monster in your graveyard is really good. But I wish that it had one slight change. I wish it just had, during the end of a battle, you could discard this card, special summon a monster from your graveyard, whatever. Not ignoring its summoning conditions, but imagine just discarding it and just summoning any monster from your graveyard, like Monster Reborn. That would have made this card so likable. I would have loved to see a hand trap be Kuriboh that's actually good, that could keep up with Ghost Ogre, Effect Bailer, Maxi. It's just, in my opinion, it just doesn't keep up. The Kuriboh side of its other effects, summoning other Kuriboh, is, in my opinion, pointless because unless you're running in a Kuriboh-based deck, that's all that matters. If you're using it as a single tech, it's mediocre at best. But at the end of the day, I'm going to boot him, but I will toot your artwork though, because you look adorable. You look adorable, you look cute. You look like a little white Kuriboh trying to like cosplay, and that's just cute. But at the end of the day, I do think this card could have been better. Its Kuriboh effect is great, but yet again, it's like Kuriboh decks are just lacking so much. So it's like, I need to make it, could this be meta for that archetype? Until then, this card it's good. It's a good addition, and it's probably the third or second best Kuriboh card in the game. But at the end of the day, it could have been better. And a lot of people are quick to always say to me, like, oh, Kisame, but blank, 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 blank. And yeah, I'm probably going to forget a quality because I'm not perfect and I don't remember everything. But at the end of the day, I do know that this card could have been better. And no matter what anyone tells me, both of these cards lack potential. They both had the potential to be better. Kuriboh could have just summoned a card and been better, and Rosemary could have actually physically hurt my opponent by taking away something or giving me something. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Let me know how you feel about Aromaseraphy. Rosemary, are you maybe considering playing the new Aromage deck, like now that it actually has a process, like a thought combo, like, oh, it's not like, oh, these cards like go nowhere. At least you know they go to these synchros that are just upgrade versions of the girls. And how do you feel about the new Reborn Kuriboh? Are you going to be playing it? Are you going to play it and just fuck around, throw in a Kuriboh deck and just have a good old time? So let me know how you guys feel about these two cards. Don't forget to like the video if you haven't already. It's greatly appreciated if you would like to see this next Sunday. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. Leave your opinions of these two cards below. I upload every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Yesterday I didn't want to upload because I really didn't have any cards to talk about, but they busted out this Reborn Kuriboh today, and I said, you know what, might as well cover it. So yeah, hope you guys all have a good day. Subscribe if you're new. And yeah, have a great day and a great evening. And yeah, I will see you guys this Tuesday. Bye.